All right, so in this day and age, when you're making a purchase for an electric bike, every dollar matters. And a lot of people aren't looking just for a name recognition type of a bike. They want something that gets them out on the trail, doesn't break the bank, doesn't cut any corners on the spec sheet, and the CyCrown DreMax might be the one for you. Now, I usually ignore these emails from brands that are just AI generated, trying to give you all types of fluff saying your channel is the best channel out there, we have the best bike that's out there, you should see it. And I usually ignore them. But CyCrown, being very persistent, I looked at it as a good opportunity to showcase a bike that I think is pretty fair. Honestly, the price point being really, really good compared to other bikes that feature on this channel that basically look just like this, as well as the parts and components on this bike being pretty comparable. So with that being said, this video is not sponsored by CyCrown, it is sponsored by Phantom Wallet, and we're gonna get into today's video right now. The DreMax is a commuter style electric bike that comes in a step through and a high step. Today we're going to be riding the step through model in urban teal, but you can also check out the step through model in lunar white, the high step model in urban teal, as well as graphite black. Now this bike retails for $1,599 and there is a discount code in the description below, but don't use that discount code just yet. We want to make sure that this bike is the right one for you. Now before we take a dive into the specs, let's talk about today's video sponsor, Phantom Wallet. If you're tired of bulky wallets and want something functional, minimal, built like a tank with a lifetime guarantee, then look no further than Phantom Wallets. This is the Phantom S. It's a budget-friendly, lightweight powerhouse made of durable polymer, and it features a fan-out lever so you can easily access your cards instantly. Next is the Phantom M, attaching to your phone through MagSafe, giving you the same premium design through all the Phantom Wallets, while also giving you the most minimalistic feel. Last but not least, my favorite, the Phantom S, the wallet I carry every day for the past 2 years, and this thing is built to last. I love the accessories this wallet comes with, so let's break them down. Now each model we spoke about is fully customizable. You can either add a money clip, a coin holder, key holder, or even an ID to display on the front. Phantom gives you full control of whatever you want to carry. Now whether you're looking for something sleek, secure, or smart, no matter your style, there's a Phantom Wallet that fits you. Thanks again for Phantom Wallet for sponsoring today's video. Now let's take a quick dive into the specs before we get into our test. It has a 500 watt motor with a max output of 852 watts. You have 5 different riding modes that get you a top speed of upwards of 28 miles per hour under pedal assist and 20 miles per hour under throttle only. You also get the option to be able to switch between cadence sensor and torque sensor, which I'll talk about momentarily. Powering the bike is a 48 volt 15 amp hour battery that gets you upwards of 65 miles of range. Now, like I said, this is a commuter style electric bike, which means it is a hardtail style bike. There is no rear suspension on this bike, but you do have a front hydraulic fork with a decent amount of travel for those times you want to be on the trail. Now, whether you're riding the bike powered off or powered on through one of the 5 pedal assist levels, getting you a top speed of upwards of 28 miles per hour, you'll be able to shift through all of the gears with the Shimano 7-speed rapid fire shifter system and Altus derailleur. You have a nice bright front headlight and integrated taillights, which honestly I think are one of the sleekest features about this bike. You have hydraulic disc brakes front and rear with 180mm rotors. Now let's talk about sizing. This bike fits riders between 5'4" and 6'6". For frame of reference, I'm 6 foot tall and I weigh 186 pounds. The max load capacity of this bike is 330 pounds, with the overall net weight of the bike being 65.2 pounds. Now that we have that brief rundown of the specs out of the way, let's go do a speed test in pedal assist level 5, throttle only, and a hill test. All right, so for the DreMax speed test, we're gonna be doing this in pedal assist level 5 and throttle only, just getting straight to the nitty gritty. Now you can swap this between cadence sensor and torque sensor. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, you absolutely know that I love the torque sensors when it comes to the intuitiveness of a bike. We're gonna be testing this out right now. I'm gonna be using the Bike GPS app to be able to calculate my speed. This thing says it can get up 28 miles per hour. You know what? Let's find out. Ugh. I'm in the hardest gear possible, but we're going. I will say that the hub motor is a bit louder than I like, but you know what? It's a budget-friendly bike. Right now, the speedometer on the bike says 25 miles per hour. Mine says 25 miles per hour. This is pretty accurate. A bunch of my own effort in right now. Over 28 miles per hour. Let's keep pushing. I don't really feel any governor. That's just about what we're gonna get out of it. So the brakes work really good on this bike. I do have to say that. Now, woo, this hub is a bit louder than I do like I said, but it gets the job done. Now, this is a budget-friendly bike, so that is to be expected. Now, when it comes to this, we're gonna be doing throttle only, hitting start, and we're off. Now the throttle only should get us only up to about 20 miles per hour. That's with it locked. We can unlock it, I believe, and get it upwards of 28 miles per hour. Right now on their speedometer it says 21. Wow, I'm over 20 miles per hour on mine as well. If I get kind of low, got a bit of a headwind. But yeah, pretty much what we're getting. Let's get back and talk about the stats. In pedal assist level 5, I traveled a total distance of in and around 1,600 feet. Even though the tripometer says 1,799 feet, you can see where I hit end versus where I turned around. Now where I turned around is where I had that max speed of 29.4 miles per hour and average speed of 20.9 miles per hour in under 1 minute. That is super impressive that this bike can get almost 30 miles per hour on this setup right here. Now, I do want to say that the motor was a bit louder than I do like, but this is a budget-friendly bike and you kind of get what you can get. The brakes work really, really well. I was really impressed with that. Let's talk about the throttle only. Now, in throttle only, I traveled a total distance of 948 feet with a max speed of 21.4 miles per hour and average speed of 14.9 miles per hour in 37 seconds. Honestly, like I said, this bike is really impressive when it comes to the stats with the speed and the braking. That is a huge selling point with this bike. Let's test it on the hill and see what this thing's capable of. All right, at the bottom of our double switchback hill, pedal assist level 5, and then we're gonna do throttle only. We are off. Some pretty decent take up there. I mean, it wasn't terrible. A little bit of a delayed start. Cruising up this hill, no problem. 20 miles per hour. This is the same double switchback hill I use in all my videos, give you guys a good representation of what to expect out of every bike you see here in the channel. First turn done, sitting at 16 miles per hour. 18, 19, let's put this brake on. Gonna downshift a little bit because this is the steepest part of the hill. This is a 15% grade. 12 miles per hour. No problem. Motor still continues to pull. Let's do throttle only. Let's do this throttle only. Man, oh man, these brakes work so good. It never gets old. Coming in hot, sliding into perfection. Right now, throttle only. Let's go. One thing I did forget to mention was this bike is actually pretty nimble. Feels really good in and out of turns. The shorter wheelbase definitely makes that a priority too when you're riding. You just feel really good weaving. Right now we're at 16 miles per hour. Coming up to that first turn. I'm gonna try to throttle through it. Ooh, feels good. No brake right there. That was a 14 miles per hour too. This one I don't think I'm gonna be able to do because I'm doing 20 miles per hour right now. All right, throttle, this last part of the hill. It's always a struggle for a lot of the bikes that are out there, and this being a more affordable option, right now it's doing it. It's not struggling, but it's staying steady about 10 miles per hour. Still feeling like it wants to pull. Steady at 10 miles per hour. Feeling pretty good. Now, as we cruise further, I'm gonna gear up on this. And I want to talk a bit about, like I said, the geometry on this. Being a shorter wheelbase, it just feels really responsive as I go into every turn. Put my hand on the handlebars here and I can really just like make tight cuts. And I feel close and in tune with the bikes. That's a plus for me. I like being really engaged on my rides. The reach on this is pretty decent for the arm reach. I do wish it was a bit taller, which you can get an adjustable stem for bikes like this to give it that taller rise. We're gonna come into a fast turn here. Woo! Man, this bike just wants to move. All right, so in closing, the CyCrown DreMax is actually pretty good for what it is. If you're looking for a bike that doesn't break the bank, but is a bit loud when it comes to the hub drive motor, but also kind of performs just like those higher end bikes, and this one might be the one for you. And there should be a discount code in the description below. And I do want to say big shout out to Phantom Wallet for sponsoring today's video. So if you want to support the channel, definitely check them out. If you guys have any recommendations for other future videos, put them in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, drop a like. If you love it, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.